Amanda, we are so excited to, both of us, to be interviewing you. We saw Pure Country, Pure Heart as soon as it came out. Not came out, but meaning we got a link for it.
Right.
And just fell in love. Can I just ask you, what was, because there was so much transition in your character and in your relationship with your girls and your mom, what was your favorite part of the movie?
Well, probably my favorite part was also the hardest part of the movie, which is sort of the fight scene. We called it the fight scene, but the confrontation with the girls that have been lying to her, and she comes to find out it's not the only lie, and there's so many lies, and the way we shot it, and how we shot it, and then we shot it for probably 8 hours.
Wow.
So we did it over and over and over again, and I like Cozy and Caitlin so much, but it was just a day that we couldn't be our usual selves together. I couldn't be, endearing and sweet and sort of a, mentor to them. I had to separate myself, and we had to work our day. And there was a couple times I remember looking at Cozy, and I was yelling at them, and she was crying for real, and I just remember feeling so awful, and then thinking, oh my gosh, I can't do this again. And then Damon would come over and go, that was really good. So we're gonna do it again. And so it was a really rewarding day, and when all was said and done, I think we did what we set out to do, and then some. But it was also difficult. I remember going back to the room and feeling like someone had just hit me over the head with a baseball bat. It was just like a rough day, but as an actor, those are the days that you hope for.
The best.
Because at the end of it, we did what we needed to do.
It's so interesting that you said that, because that seems so pivotal to me, because at the end you were so warm, and even when you went to go visit your husband's
sort of arch nemesis, or
yes.
whatever you want her to be. I kind of like the way that was done too. We don't
so,
know the deal with them, but
you don't know the deal. The respect you two had and admiration from both your walks in life, if you will. But you started to warm up. But that fight scene, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys really did such a great job. There was so much authenticity, and you felt the struggle, the deceit.
Yeah.
I mean, you felt all of that. And Cozy and Caitlin, I have with Joy of Mom, we have so many friends, probably every live stream, which was a lot of days a lot of weeks are a lot, asking me what type of movies that I recommend, what do they think would be good for their families, because when you see this, at least with me personally, it brought up so many, so many ahas. Because
good.
Personally, but also because I'm talking with our friends, millions of moms every week, and I was so excited and have been kind of clamoring to give little bits and pieces here and there, and they're so excited for it. But working with Caitlin and Cozy, it just seemed like the bond between you guys was so beautiful and so deep and true.
Well, I think the bond was there because Cozy and Caitlin made it easy, obviously, and to go to work with a bunch of really eager people who just want to serve the script and serve their job, and there's nothing else involved. In this film, we're just working actors. Some of us who've worked very hard, and some of us who wish we worked more. But I believe, are in it for the right reasons. I believe we're in it to tell a story, and there's no ego involved, and there's a whole lot of joy, even in the difficult days. So that made it very easy. And of course, they're incredibly respectful, well-raised young ladies with great manners and all these great morals and all those things. But, from the moment I met them, it was funny because I felt like I was going to be in a position that I had to make them feel comfortable, and really I just found myself where they just did everything they could to make me feel comfortable and like their mother. They'd already been together for a while. I showed up day one and shot the last scene of the movie. So,
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, for sure. I shot the scene where you meet, we meet Henry LaRue Monroe, was my first scene. So I had to know.
You gave me goosebumps.
Yeah, yeah. And that was it. It was like, hi, this is Cozy, this is Caitlin, these are your daughters. We're going to go shoot this scene where you meet the man who died, or who saw your husband die. So But isn't that what's so cool about what we do?
It's so cool. And when we, we've gotten to meet Caitlin through Hunt and Patty, who we love, and everybody, the vibe with everybody feels like
Yeah.
such family, such genuine, like love, respect, friendship, and I just, we're coming at this from so not a Hollywood place, so much of a representing moms all over the world, and the issues, although it's just such a beautiful narrative and beautiful and powerful story, but are the same issues, even though again
Yeah.
it's different paths we take that moms, and daughters, that families, struggle with every day. And the arc and I was literally, like, I would say weeping when the girls were performing and your arch nemesis is up there and you're smiling and it's your mom, right? Because I didn't know if it was your mom or your husband's mom, but I'm like, no, it's your mom.
It's my mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Myra Turley, who played my mother, too. We just hit it off so instantly the minute she and I met, and we spent a lot of time together. The girls worked constantly, but we were in New Orleans for a month. Myra and I spent a lot of days together. I remember one lunch in particular I really enjoyed with Myra. We went to lunch at noon, and she might have had 2 martinis. It was a martini. It was
my
a 25-cent martini restaurant
25 cents.
in New Orleans, and it was like that was the thing. And I remember just feeling so. It was the cutest thing because we had to hobble out together and get back on the tram to go back to the hotel. But I mean, we couldn't. We just got in there quickly. But the environment that was created by Hunt, because he is who he is, and he's one of the loveliest men I've ever met. Damon is one of the greatest directors I've ever worked with, and that's saying something. I've worked with some amazing directors who I've loved equally. But Damon really constantly surprised me. And he made such a beautiful movie, and he was not a person who was willing to settle. And some days that was really frustrating for me. And in the end of the day, though, I knew that that's the way it should be. People should always be asking more of each other, as these people ask so much of each other in their lives and in their story that we're telling.
I wasn't going to ask this, but I'm so feeling it. And I always go with what I'm feeling. It's you guys, you just such artists and such true storytellers. And I just felt like, Jackson, Caitlin and I went out for Mexican dinner a few weeks ago. I mean, she's, I've had the privilege of getting to know her, and just the naturalness, the realness. And I feel like this needs to be more of what, who are making movies, who are the tellers of the story, who are honoring it in such a true way. And I'm thinking too, is there any advice that you would have? And I know Robin was asking a question about the mother-daughter relationship, but I think I probably answered that.
You answered that.
Yeah, but I'm wondering if there's people who are looking to get into being a good actor, actress, storyteller. Is there any advice you have?
Well, I think, yes, I have some advice, but the road for everyone is different, so mine is exclusive to me, but I also teach, and I teach young people, and I think acting is a super important thing in life, to take some classes to do some acting, because I think we're all acting every day, all the time. We act differently around different people. But in terms of pursuing it as a lifelong career, it really should be something that is like the only thing you can imagine yourself doing. That it's the only thing, and if you can think of anything else that sounds good, you should probably do that, because it is a very disappointing road mostly. This is one of the rewards, and it's so exciting. But I've been doing this a very long time, and you will be knocked down more than you will be lifted up.
And you bring all that with you. And to
Yeah.
work with the team, with Hunt and Patty, with Damien, everybody on the project. It's just, this movie, it really, I felt like it kind of stole my heart. I
Aw.
mean, it was really so just like such a quiet welcome. Oh my God, this is a gem here.
Good. Well, I feel like it's the kind of movies that speak to people that see movies.
Yeah.
You know, not everything is a blockbuster or mega, big sci-fi. I don't know. It just we are, I hope, getting back to some of that now, and real people, real characters speaking to real America, which is everywhere but Hollywood. It's like those are the people that pay their $12.50 to go to the movies, and their hard-earned $12.50, and it should speak to them in their life, or it should let them escape and move on for a moment from whatever their situation is, and hopefully, make them feel good or hope or have some power back. And so I was really excited to be a part of this. It was a great, great experience.
So beautiful. Amanda, thank you.
Thank you.
For sharing everything you did and all the love and intention
Thank
and
you so much.
integrity and you poured into Pure Country, Pure